Hi, I'm Charlie Kolkin from Princeton University. I'm a long stick committee, and today we're going to go over wing play on the faceoff. As a long stick committee on the faceoff, you want to line up away from your faceoff man's draw side or to his right. Your short stick is going to be on his left or to his draw side. That's because if your faceoff man wins it back to the short stick, he has a much better chance of holding on to the ball because he has a short stick and it's harder for him to be checked. And also, when you're lining up on their short stick, you have a better chance of getting a check on his stick if their faceoff man wins the ball to him. Now I'm going to go over on how to line up on the wing of the faceoff. A lot of how you line up depends on the matchup of the faceoff guys. So if your opponent likes to win it forward, you want to go down the line and take a defensive stance right here so it's easier to get into the hole. If he likes to win it back or rake it straight out to the side, you want to go hip to hip with the other wingman so that you can get a check, or you can try to get to the ball down there. Now, after the whistle blows, there are three things I want to go over to help give you an advantage on the wing. First is your foot positioning. I want my right foot back, my inside foot back, and my outside foot almost touching the line. So when I step, I can step right in front of him like that. The second thing is take your elbow right before the whistle and get it right into his bicep. So when that whistle blows, I can push back and step at the same time so I can get in front of my man. And the third thing is just also your stick a little bit. You don't want to hold, but you can use that if you want to kind of push him back a little bit as you're running. After the ball gets pulled out by your faceoff guys, there are three scenarios that can happen. First is if you do a good job and use your technique and get a step on your man and you see the ball there, go get it and pick it up. Second, if you're hip to hip, a good thing to do is get a lift under your guy's stick, box him out, either let your guy pick up the ball or push him that way and then go get it. The third thing that could happen is if you're behind him. In this case, what you want to do is when he's going for the ground ball, give him a nice poke or lift on his backhand so he overruns it and then you can go get it. When I get to about 5 yards and I see that the face-off guys are still locked up, I want to read who has a possession or who has a better shot at getting control of the ball. If I see that Jake, my teammate, has a better chance at it, I want to create separation with my man and tell him vocally that I'm open and he can rake it back to me. If I see that my opponent, Andrew, has a better shot or control of the ball here, I want to stay very tight on my man so that he can't rake it out and they get an easy possession. If Jake wins the ball back to himself and has a good shot at it, I want to box my man out so he can't pressure Jake. If Jake wins it back, but I have a step on my man, I want to communicate to him that I'm open and I'll go pick it up myself. If my opponent wins it forward and I think that I have a good angle and I can get there to check him, go do that and see if you can get a loose ball in the midfield. If my opponent gets it very cleanly, get back in the hole to cut off the fast break. If your opponent wins it back to himself and comes towards you, look to double with your face-off guy. Now, all these techniques will help you on the face-off, but the most important thing to remember is that 90% of the time the team that hustles and works the hardest will get the face-off.